morning, boomers. Crypto maniacs worldwide, baby bear cubs. The bears have entered the trap. Sheesh, the market is melting down out there. People are getting hammered, clapped on all across the board. This is not specific to crypto. You got the S&P is headed downwards, and this is going to be a bloodbath for the short term for sure. I was even expecting a rebound candle this morning, but so much for that. We will be seeing a rebound candle sometime this week. And as I said in the Discord, not financial advice in my opinion. If you see a green candle, get out of your position unless you want to hold for a long time. Okay, unless you want to get comfy. But if you're not willing to get comfy, that green candle, see you later. Guys, we've had people come in the chat say, no, it's going to turn around. I've been telling you guys, prepare for more downward pressure. I don't want to sound like the doomer and gloomer, but you need to get ready. Okay, you should be ready. We've been ready since it went under 40,000. Okay, 36 really was the threshold for us. That was it. Okay, I told you I recalibrated the bags, and there's a strong potential possibility that the price of BTC and the crypto markets may fall under 20. I think the true bottom is about $10,000, guys. And I've been saying this for months on hand. Drop a comment in the chat. Let me know what's shaking and baking. Are you still alive out there? Good morning, champ. Celsius crashes the market wild. We're about to talk about that. Celsius has halted deposits and withdrawals. Celsius which was once one of the more favored centralized exchanges for receiving some passive income on your deposits. That's it. They halted. Now, there is talks about Nexo proposing to buy out Celsius as rival lending platform halts withdrawal. So Nexo is looking into it, okay? Acquiring, which may not be a bad deal for them. So, like, here you see this is on front cover of CoinDesk. Cryptmatic says it crashes it more. I think so. Yeah, I think the market, the Celsius things added a little bit more. But if you look at the big picture here, because I was looking at the stock boys and all that, and they're a little bit decoupled from crypto, they're getting smashed too. Okay, and the bottom line here is that there's so much uncertainty. And then there was a report on Friday that was not, I think it was a further inflation report. It was a report that was not favorable for the fiat guys. And I was listening to Stock Market Live, and some of these guys in the morning, I mean, they're not bullish. And the takeaway here is that Powell's talking on Wednesday. Okay? Powell is talking on Wednesday, and let's see what he's going to do. Okay? Because at the end of the day, the Fed runs the game, guys. Don't get it twisted. The Fed runs the game. The Fed is in control. Okay? And in fact, they've been increased their power since the vid-19. Okay, and if you haven't seen that, you know, they keep issuing more and more debt, and then people are on their toes. They'll buy it back. They got total control of the money printer. There is no rival to their system right now. I mean, you could say, oh, BTC rivals it. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It's a small drop in the bucket and compared to the massive pyramid that they got going on. Literally, they're showing it to you on the bill. It's a pyramid scheme. Literally, they have it on the bill. The largest one possibly of all time. Okay? And at the end of the day, let's see what Powell says on Wednesday. Now, there is talks that Powell may Volcker us. Now, if you don't know about that, you could kind of get a nice summary recap from Meet Kevin's last video, but if you didn't know, back in the 80s, Paul Volcker, which was the Fed chair at that time, he did what he could to get ahead of inflation that was occurring in the 1970s, and he ramped up the interest rate to 20%. Market crashed. Now, there has been talks, so I've heard, that Powell has mentioned Volcker's name. So will Powell get aggressive and go ahead and say, no, not anymore? Because right now the interest rates are about 3 to 4%. Okay, that's less than the inflation. The interest is less the inflation. So how are they going to get ahead of this? Listen, they got cards, right? But, one of the strong cards they can play is just, listen, we're going to raise the interest rates now. I mean, not to 3%, not to 6. I'm talking about let's hit them with 15 or 20 and see what happens. Okay, and listen, anything is on the table right now. These guys are going for it all. This is a massive scheme. They've been scheming since before the vid. You gotta be prepared for everything. So for those that thought it was just bullish, no. Okay, it seems like whatever they did for the Rona, not locking things down, the chickens are coming home to roost. Let's see what they do next. But they got a plan, and the plan doesn't involve your prosperity or my prosperity. It involves their control and their prosperity. So we gotta keep our eyes peeled. Now, as far as BTC, it's looking ugly. Okay, it's looking ugly. I think that there's downward pressure on BTC. Listen, I'm enamored with BTC, and I think I like it a little bit more than I should. Okay, because I'm thinking about, I'm like, am I really gonna hold it down to like 10K? Should it happen? Because I've been talking about it. I've been talking about it. I've been talking about it since under 50K. But have I taken any BTC profits? I'm gonna say no. Okay, I'm a hodler. I've been stacking and packing. But listen, okay, I don't like doing the swing trade, the daily. But the right move was to sell everything when it was high, obviously. And hindsight's 2020. Now I'm looking at this and I'm saying, the possibility of us going down is on the table. I've been talking about it. Do I want to ride? Do I want to step off the boat and come back in? Listen, I believe it in long term, but like, I'm not, trying to show my loyalty to BTC. Okay, like some of the young guys are, or the newbies, or those that have been in the game for a while, the BTC maximalists. Listen, like, yeah, you get rewarded for your loyalty for BTC sometimes, but I mean, it's been obvious for a while now that the price is going down. Now, that being said, I'm still stacking and packing BTC and ETH. ETH is getting clapped even more. ETH has gone down even against Bitcoin. So hopefully you have a plan. Hopefully you've consolidated. Hopefully you had some stable coins when we've been calling it. I've told you I reconsolidated myself. Now, in hindsight, I kind of wish I had more stable, right? Like, at the end of the day. Now, we got to ask ourselves this question. Where are things headed for the short to mid-term? I do think we're going to see a green candle sometimes this week, but ultimately the trend is headed down. I haven't seen a trend reversal. In fact, it seems like the downward trend has strengthened. Okay, you got ETH over here against USD at $1,236, a clap completely. This thing will hit all-time highs of almost $5,000. What's the yearly high here? 48.67. You're down to about $1,200. I mean, woo! Talking about a clap, for us that have been holding. Let me see what else. So ultimately, $23,000 on the bits. Dropping below the support that I even drew just a few weeks ago. This is looking bad. Okay. And again, it's only supporting what I've been saying since, basically, I would say somewhere around here. When it dropped under 50, somewhere around here. So at the turn of the year, around January. Guys, we've been down all year, and I think it's going to be a down year as far as I don't see it kabooming. Like we may have to wait till 2023, and watch out. Then we may have to wait even longer. Okay, last bear market lasted years. Now is the bottom in? I don't think so. I'll be honest with you, I don't think the bottom. Drop a comment. Let me know what's shaking and baking. The champ is still here. I'm still rocking and rolling with you guys. Celsius has halted their deposits and withdrawal. You got Nexo proposing to buy them out. Outright buy them out. Guys, not your keys, not your crypto. I don't know how many times we got to talk about this. And, there's some guys in the chat that were friendly about Celsius. And, they talked to me about it. There's a referral, this and that. I wasn't in it. Okay. And listen, they did well for a while. But at the end of the day, all this, let me hold your coin so that you could stake it in my contract, is getting old. It's getting old. There's a custody issue, okay? And even if it's a third-party smart contract, there's still a custody issue there. So, and I should hold my tongue, but a lot of these platforms with the the referral and deposit for a long time, which ones end up surviving? I mean, even Hex is down. They're all trying to kind of copycat Hex. All the ones that have came and gone, from the T2X to its clones to everything else that has came out since then. Like, So just something to consider. I'm weathering the storm. I do think BTC is going to pull out of this, obviously, but we're going to see a lot more blood. Okay, and just have some storm supplies in the form of some stables or downright cash. Now, as far as the DCA, if you're looking to buy, do it at in averages, because you can't time the market. You have no idea. My DCA continues into BTC and ETH. Slightly increased, but it's still I would say it's less than what the market has been dropping. You know what I mean? Like, so it's hard to get ahead. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. We've been here before. It's not like we haven't rode this type of crash. We've seen 20,000 to 3,000, and it looks like we're gonna see 60,000 to below. Look, at this pace, we're already at 23. We're probably going to test 20 and see what happens. Okay, maybe, this thing will rebound off 22, this evening or tomorrow. We're going to see a green candle at some point this week. Maybe Wednesday when Powell talks. But don't let it get faked out. Don't let yourself get faked out by that candle. I mean, we saw one of those green candles just the other week. People started getting excited. People were in the chat talking about, that things are going to go bullish. Nah, chill. Relax. Okay, guys? And again, you know me, I'm a maniac, and I'm here. The last thing I want to do is not be positive. But, you got to call it for what it is, guys. You can't be all kumbaya all the time. It's not always rainbows and unicorns. Okay? It is what it is, and we are below supports that we drew just the other day. So, prepare yourself. Shout out to Crypto, the rest of the boomers. There is no plays right now other than the continuation of the DCA into BTC and ETH, which, again, it's a weekly buy. It's more of like a savings types of thing. So it's not even a move. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm sitting here. I'm like, what's the move? Where's the move? Is the move avarice? Because, I saw people last week that they, those people that did day one on the deposits, they ROI'd already. But again, how sustainable are those platforms? And, how many times are going to people hit you with the referral for that type of stuff? I mean, they've been doing it for years. I've been in and out of that stuff too. I get it. But again, I mean, even that is starting to smell old too, and you got to call it for what it is, guys. Now, to play devil's advocate with myself is like, that's the only thing that's popping right now. And maybe that's why it works. So only Pulse can save us now. Chill. Listen, my hopes for Pulse are gone. I mean, obviously, there's nothing I could do about it. We're just going to have to hurry up and wait. But I don't think that there's going to be that much meat on the bones over there with Pulse. One thing I noticed this morning, guys, check out Richard Hart's latest live stream. He's back to cursing. Okay, even he's bothered. You could tell, there's definitely a shift in his energy as well. He's being impacted. At the end of the day, everybody's going to be impacted by this. And let's see, this is going to really separate the men from the mice, the pits from the poodles, the feast from the famine. We're going to see who's really about that life right now. Okay, we're going to see who's going to still be here. Now, as far as Pulse, I don't know. He said that, they're still waiting. They're doing solutions outside the EVM machine. And it sounds cool, bro. But, how much meat is there going to be on the bones? I really don't know. I mean, at this point, I'm in it. So I hope it's good. There's nothing that we could do. We're just waiting. There's nothing, whether you're positive or negative about it, I don't think it's really going to change the situation. What's going to happen is going to happen over there. And hopefully it booms for us. Now, waiting for it, I think is a mistake. I was back in May. I was waiting for it back in May, but as soon as he announced that it wasn't going to happen, that was it. That was the first time that I think that he, I saw a hole in his boat. Because I just didn't like the way, his swag and his overall, arrogance. But, I'm willing to put it past because, a lot of what he's been speaking is the truth and his project has done well. But as soon as what you say didn't add up, you said you were going to drop mid-May. You didn't do it. That's it. Okay. See you later. Okay. And then you're throwing it in everybody's face, the cars and this and that. And I get it, do your thing, but you can't be doing that if you didn't make good on your word. Now, the only thing I give him a ticket for is that, he came in, around May 20 something and said, guys, I'm not going to deliver. So I'll give him that much. But, you know, he said that, and then the next day he's throwing everybody's money in their face. You know, that's not a good look. It's not. Okay, at the end of the day, some people think it's cool and he thinks it's good marketing, but that's not good karma, man. It's not. It's not the way to roll, man. That's you don't like that's not a good look. That's not how you take care of your people, by throwing that back in their face, you know. And now you can see he's getting kind of heated, like cursing and stuff. But look, at the end of the day, I hope it does well, George. I hope it does, because, you know, I'm in it. Like, what could I say? You know, I feel like I paid to be able to criticize this. Right? It crashes it more, should I said. You're talking about Celsius. So yeah, Celsius halted all deposits and withdrawals. Nexo looks like they're going to be buying them out. You could read a little bit more on CoinDesk. Celsius said it also paused its swap and transfer products and did not provide a timeline for resuming withdrawals. Not your keys, not your crypto. Okay, and here's the thing too. I believe you may read an article regarding crypto and Edward Snowden, what he recently said. I kind of agree with what I read. That was his message. I don't know if he was saying this or not, but, you know, people kind of forgot what crypto's all about, and they kind of trying to financialize everything in crypto. And that's not what it's all about. This is about sovereignty. This is about owning your own keys. This is about peer-to-peer cash, and Bitcoin didn't deliver on that. Okay, so there's a lot of, you know, people in crypto, not even for crypto. Okay, they're in crypto, and then, like, they got these products that are just like they use the crypto name and the meta name, but they're not decentralized in the fact that, I mean, you don't even hold your keys. You're like, you see what I'm saying? So I think people completely forgot what crypto is really about. And, or, you know, we just reached, you know, a max on who's going to care about crypto. And what I'm talking about is, you know, the sovereignty, the peer-to-peer cash, the freedom that it gives you. Because let's face it, I mean, the greater masses, they're not interested with that. Okay, you know, the Rona should have taught you that people are not interested in going for things that make them more free. Okay, they're into other things. It's not they're not really into their health. They're into their look. You see what I'm saying? So. That's probably what happened with Bitcoin. You know, the people that cared about that type of stuff, like myself and those that really pulled up early, maybe that was it. That was the few. Like, you know, that was all that there was. And then those that came in after were in it for another reason. Okay, for the quick buck. And listen, I'm not mad at the quick buck and the quick kaboom and the quick gain, but you know, I'm here for additional reasons. It's one of the reasons I still keep it anonymous, because I think that's something that crypto should provide us, is anonymity, but it's looking like it may not. Okay. The blockchain looks like it may put you in chains. Okay. It's like it could weaponize finance. And that's ultimately, you know, something that I've talked about in the past, how crypto could be a Trojan horse. BTC could have been a Trojan horse from the beginning. This whole Satoshi story and everything. Like, come on, guys. Like, you're telling me that powers don't know who Satoshi is? They just let it slide, and they just started letting everybody trade it. All these, like, that's a smoking gun. It's the Santa Claus for adults, for the finance. It's Santa Claus is like, oh look, you know, like this guy, this, you know, this mysterious. It's a fairy tale. It's a fairy tale. BTC's a fairy tale. At least its origins are. I know there's going to be some haters. When I first said that, people were off the rockers off that. You know, I'm still saying that, holding more BTC than I am fiat. I'll tell you that much. I mean, fiat is, we know what fiat is. You know it's corrupt, but at least you know what it is. But BTC, I mean, you don't know. You don't know. You really don't. And you can say you do, but you're not a dev. You can't look at the code. Most people don't know. Shout out to Main Event. It's been a while. Kaboom. Guys, hopefully you're bracing for impact. We got complete blood on these streets. The SPY is down. Let's check out SPY, which is the S&P 500 index, and see how bad they're doing. Now, the markets, like I said, the traditional markets are getting clapped as well. And I don't expect anything to change, or I expect the trend to continue downwards until we hear something from Jerome, from Powell himself. At the end of the day, the Fed runs the show. Okay, the powers that be, let's see what they say. This is the chart for the SPY. Let's look at the 1 day, looking like a clappage. Down only, look at the 1 day. It's down 3%, but, for the whole markets, it's a sell-off. And this is just in a few hours. So, I mean, when you see the traditional markets going down, I mean, BTC is going to move even more. Let's see if there's anything in the green today. I doubt it. Everything that we see in the green is against ETH or Bitcoin. So you got SHIB against ETH is up. Mover against ETH is up. Hex is up against ETH. Okay, so for those that don't want fiat, they're trading their Hex for ETH for Hex. I wouldn't do that. I'll be honest with you. Phantom is up against ETH. So I guess these are the speculators that have ETH, that they've probably been sitting on ETH and say, like, let me buy this dip and see if it, maybe they sell it off the next day. I have no idea. But Phantom getting clapped. So the only green that we're seeing, this is telling though, is against the blue chip, against ETH. See a lot of sell-off against ETH. So people are using ETH to buy those altcoins. And then the rest of the market's just dumping them into stables. TRX down there at 6 cents. TRX was a buy just a few weeks ago with their promise of USDD, that algorithmic stablecoin. It's just not enough right now. Cake at $3.23, down 16%. One of my favorite DeFi exchanges. Matic at 41 cents. Look at these prices. CRO, the baby Binance at 11 cents, down 15% in 24 hours. Sandbox getting clapped now at 81 cents. Sheesh. Binance at 220. I mean, guys, buckle up and hold on. Solana at $26. AVAX $15. Deals and steals on the table. Don't get too excited though. Okay, we may see a little, look, we're starting to see a little green candle right now, and we may rebound a fake out. Sheesh. Hopefully you guys are exercising, because it's not all about finances sometimes. You look at this too much, and you may get bitter. I'm telling you, look, you can even hear it in Hart's recent live stream. The dude is cursing. He stopped cursing for months, and all of a sudden now he's like literally cursing his chat, like, oh, you stupid idiot, you effing this, and like, going off the rocker. Like, dude, like, I get it. I barked back at the chat and everything, but dude, I get it, But yeah, shout out to George, main event, Illcrypmatic, the rest of the boomers. Let me know what's shaking and baking. I woke up early, hit the gym. I'm not playing games. I'm using this time to continue to eat healthy and to exercise. There's sometimes you got to just weather the storm out there, guys. We don't have the HARP machine to influence the weather. Some do, but we don't, okay? And we can complain and we can point fingers and we can do all that and we can keep looking at the HARP machine and see what it's doing, but ultimately it's out of our hands. So we just got to wait, okay, and pray to the good Lord. That's where faith comes in sometimes. This is the problem with some people. They don't have a lot of faith. They want everything tangible and where they can see it. That's where you lose, guys. That's where some of them lose. Shout out to all the meta maniacs out there. The champ's still rocking with you. Looking for opportunities. I told you guys last week that I've been shopping for perhaps buying a business, a brick and mortar. I'm looking at everything from coin laundries to convenience stores, smoke shops, something that, can continue to earn even in a recession or even maybe a depression. But that being said, I was thinking about it, and I even mentioned it to wifey, and she said, well, if the market's going to go down a little bit, the prices may go down too. So that's something, to consider. I think we're still seeing, I don't think things have been impacted yet. So I think there will be more blood. So I may have to be patient here. But that being said, it could be a good idea to have more stables. I'm not going to lie, guys. Or fiat in that case. BTC there at 23,349. Again, I will repeat, there is a strong possibility that we'll go under 20,000, and I think that the bottom could be 10,000, guys. I've been saying this for months on end, and I know some people don't like it. I had some people in the chat telling me, no, we're going back in a bull run. It's been confirmed, I'm telling you. And look at this chart. This chart over here doesn't look like a bull chart to me. This chart over here is looking weak. So again, let's just wait. Let's look at that 5-year. Yeah, we still got more. Again, look at this. The last bull run, a kapump, right, and then a kadump, and look how long we traded sideways. So yeah, we're gonna have to trade sideways into. Being honest here, from what I'm seeing, it looks like it's gonna be a while. It could be into 2024. Okay, we may be trading sideways all next year. Like we may hit a bottom somewhere around here and just ride out sideways. Like, look at this. Look at the last chart. Look at the last chart. Look at the last run. Just look at the last run. Here it is. This is the last bull run of 2017. A pump, a dump, another little pump, and then all sideways trading for about from 2018 to 2021. 3 years basically of side. You know, you had some dumps and pumps, but it was like, you know, within a $10,000 range. Sell chips, donuts, and ice cream. You will do well in good and bad times. Yeah, I was thinking about that. You know, little convenience stores or little smoke shops or stuff like that. You know, little treats and stuff. We'll see. We'll see. But again, some of the businesses that are listed now could be overpriced. You know, I feel like some of those guys are trying to sell the top too. You know, you've been in the business, it's been doing well. You know, it could be a time to dump and cash out and just wait for the dip. You see what I'm saying? So it's a waiting game. It's also a waiting game. And hopefully you prepared yourself for the potential, not potential, for the bear that is knocking on everybody's door. It's about to break into the house. Again, Celsius has halted withdrawals and deposits. Nexo, it looks like they want to buy them. Nexo proposes buying Celsius as a rival lending platform, halts withdrawal. Let me click on the article and see if there's any extra info. Celsius says it also posits swap and transfer products, did not provide a timeline for resuming withdrawals. Lending platform Nexo expressed interest in buying certain assets from rival Celsius after the lending platform said it was freezing withdrawals and transfers because of extreme market conditions. In a letter to Celsius on Monday, Nexo said it was particularly interested in Celsius' collateralized loan portfolio. Nexo publicized the letter, which didn't mention a price in the tweet. In a blog post earlier Monday, Celsius announced it would also posit swap and transfer products. It did not provide a timeline for resuming withdrawals. So there you go, guys. That could happen to your funds. Maybe some of you guys are in there. Again, I got to repeat, not your keys, not your crypto. And for you guys keeping your money on centralized exchanges, take it off, okay? Because a lot of them may halt deposits or withdrawals or flat out trading right now. So don't hang out on these centralized exchanges. I've told you guys a million times, it's not the crypto way. And hopefully this is a wake-up call for some people that were in the crypto space that tarnished what it's really here for financial sovereignty and peer-to-peer cash, which is not being delivered by BTC. So let's see. See if some of these coins can give us some anonymity and privacy. It is looking more like it's a big tracking device. What else we got going on? Woo! Binance now has temporarily paused Bitcoin withdrawals. Look at that. I'm just telling you, literally, not your keys, not your crypto. Get your stuff off the exchanges. Wow. Bitcoin plunges below 25K, lowest level since September. So yeah, there's a panic in the market. Sheesh. All right, guys. Some questions. Hopefully, you guys are we're prepared for this. It's not like we haven't talked about this. It's not like we didn't talk about it. It's not like we didn't mention that the potential, the possibility for the knife to fall was there. In fact, I told you guys the potential for us going down was higher than the potential for us going up. I've been saying this. So, and I stick to that right now. I think that there's still potential to go down. Now, we will see a green candle somewhere today, tomorrow, Wednesday. Sometime this week, we're going to see a nice green candle, 5, 6, 7, maybe 10 plus percent. I wouldn't fall for that. I'd sell on that, me personally. All right, guys, I'll leave it at that. Everybody have a blessed day. Hopefully everybody is hanging on. And again, do something for yourself other than, worrying about money so much. Eat well. Okay? You know what? The first thing you can do is start eating better. Now, if you start planning your meals out and eating at home and preparing your meals, you're going to save some money. I did that all last week. I saved so much money. I've been one of these, breakfast here, always eating out because it's convenient. But if you want to become, a strong man, you got to eat the right food and you got to eat about the same type of thing. You can't be like all this variety and all that stuff. No, you eat, what you eat. And you kind of stick to the program and you put those calories in so that you could perform well and get stronger. That's what we've been doing all last week. I told you I've been following somewhat of a vertical diet, and it's been great. It's been great. I felt great. And then as soon as the weekend hit, we went out with the fam. So, ate out maybe once or twice. And I could feel the difference in my digestion. Just eat at home straight for a week or two and just like cook your own food and like don't eat out. You'll be surprised. And then you save so much money because you're getting clapped out there just, buying coffee. Really, where you get clapped the most is in drinks. Like you'll go buy a, Chipotle bowl or, a place that, that gives you a bowl with rice or something. You pay $12 to $14 or whatever. And then they hit you with $3 for the drink. For that, you just drink water. They start adding up. You do that twice a day. Just do the math. And it's not about penny pinching. It's also about not spending stupidly. You know what I mean? I think a lot of us can tighten up how we spend on groceries and on food. You know what I mean? Just preparing. Freezing. I did the prep, so I got like 3 pounds of ground beef sirloin, good because I'm following that vertical diet. And an excellent technique that I learned there from Stan Efferdine is to freeze half-pound packets, but smash them down so they're like flat in the freezer bag. So if you take them out of the freezer, you can easily defrost them without having them, having to defrost for a long time. Like you could just put them under some hot water or whatever, and or just throw it right in the pan since it's frozen kind of thin. Half pound. Just think of like just a big square, half pound, like thin. It'll defrost very quickly, so it's easy to cook. I know, sometimes you buy meat, you leave it in the fridge, and then it starts going bad by the second or third day. So this, what I did is just bought the whole, bought a big unit. It was like $3.99 a pound. You know what I mean? Where are you going to be getting? You're not going to get $3.99 a pound of some decent meat over there at the restaurants. You're not. You see what I'm saying? You're not. And for my vegans out there, same thing too. You could, prepare it at home. You're probably getting clapped even more as a vegan eating out because there's probably even more of a markup for that. Again, just preparing your food, just buy it, prepare it, freezing some of it. You know what I mean? And just doing things, being organized and just doing things better, man. That's all it is. Some sloppiness out there. There's some sloppiness out there, and this is an excellent time to tighten up. Okay, clean your room. Listen to Jordan. Clean your room. Everybody has things to say about everybody else, about the market, this and this. And that. How's your house looking? How's your home economics looking? How's the economy at the home doing? Okay? And if you think as a man, home economics has nothing to do with you and that's only for the ladies, you got it twisted. You better have it all on point. You can't be depending on anybody for anything, guys. You'll be able to do everything on your own. And ladies, for that matter. Drop me a comment. Let me know what's shaking and baking before I go ahead and sign out. Shout out to all the metamaniacs out there. George, Crypmatic, Main Event, and the rest of the metamaniacs. So that's what I've been doing. Check out the Vertical Diet by Stan Efferdine. I'm following it loosely, and I'm cooking more with broths. Whew, tastes great. And it's great for, so I heard, it's great for your digestion. I guess so. The broths is popping. I like the broths. I throw a little broths in the rice, in the ground beef where I'm cook. It's great. Start eating at home more often, guys. I like cooking too, but you know, the whole cleanup, the preparation, sometimes you forget about that, and like, you know, during the bull, you start eating out more and this and that, and you get kind of comfy. But then it hit me the other day, I'm like, it wasn't to even save money. You guys have been following the stream, you know, my intent was like, you know, I want to get strong, I want to lock in my diet. And then when I started locking in the diet last week, I realized, I'm like, damn, I'm saving money out here. This is kind of good. Like, I'm enjoying this. You know, it was a unintended consequence. And I'm reminded, I'm like, you know, I bought this pack of ground beef. It was $18, $3.99 a pound. And then I started, you know, doing the half-pound packets. I'm like, damn, I got food here for a while. Instead of, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you gotta cook it. You got to clean up and stuff. So yeah, there's a little bit of labor involved. And for those that are moving here and there, it's a little, you know, it's somewhat labor intensive. But for those that are, you know, traveling a little bit more than I am, I recommend that thermos. Look what the strongmen do. So, you know, they pre-prep their meals and then they warm up the meal and put it in a thermos. It stays hot the whole day. Okay, you could just put that thing in a thermos already hot that you warmed it up in the morning and then it's still hot by lunchtime. Check out Dr. Berg on nutrition. Yeah, I was listening to him today. I saw that video about bread or whatever. I got Dr. Berg on my the champ is tuned in. I already did the keto. I did all that. I know what I'm tuned in. He's the truth, Dr. Berg. And I'm glad you brought him in because I had this plantar fasciitis that was bothering me. And that, if you don't know what that is, it's a pain on the bottom of your foot. Sometimes from like walking or bad shoes or something like that. So I had a pain. I was getting a pain on and off from my foot. And he had some video that was about stretching, but stretching the opposite way. I'll tell you, man, it nearly took away all of my pain. Dr. Berg, the truth. Shout out to Dr. Berg. Is he really a doctor or is he just a YouTube doctor? I think he's really a doctor. I think he's really an MD, you know. Some people are on YouTube saying doctor. They're like Dr. Dre. They're not really doctors. But I think Dr. Berg may be a doctor. I don't know. But his channel's pretty John Blaze. He's all about the animal fats and stuff. You know, he's big on the keto. And I did that for a while. It was great. It was great. That's just not my specific goal right now. Like I do intake some carbs. But it did teach me to eat a lot more protein, though. And like I've kind of followed that. Like now when I eat my meals, I don't really eat all the carbs. I definitely clean up house with all the protein, but I don't finish all the carbs. Maybe I should or not, like, but I'm not like counting out my macros that heavy. So I think he started as a chiropractor, Dr. Bro. Okay, yeah. I've seen him on several other channels or whatnot. Like I was heavy into the keto a while back. We were even promoting some keto products. We had some affiliate links or whatnot that I actually was using. And yeah, I have nothing bad to say about keto. It was most effective for me. I lost about over 20 pounds. And then from there, I started strength training, and then I gained most of it back, but more muscle. Not all. I can't say I did 20 pounds of muscle. I gained some of it, most of it back, but I'm way stronger now, and I don't feel as soft, because I'm gonna say as flabby. I wasn't like flab or anything, but it was, you know, there was some soft parts. You know what I mean? It kind of hardened me up. But yeah, if you're looking to lose weight or just overall generally feel better, also to improve your digestion. I mean, it helped me. Okay, is keto. And keto, I mean, like I didn't know how important animal fats were. I used to be one of those guys. Oh my God, saturated fat. Oh my God, cholesterol. Guys, your brain is made from cholesterol. You need fat. It's important. We've been lied to. You should figure it out by now. Like, look at the food pyramid and flip it upside down. That's how you should be eating. Less bread, more meats and fats. You know, everything is inverted nowadays. It's to invert and subvert is part of the agenda. If you haven't figured that out. With everything, you know, I'm talking about, you know, from everything from gender to sexuality to health to everything, guys. It's like, you know, they're telling you to put a mask on to exercise. It's invert and subvert. If you haven't figured, it's everything from the mainstream is that. That's actually what they want. They want to reverse what the good Lord has made for us. Arguably. Shout out to George True. Kaboom. All right, guys. I think we hit most of the beats. We've been out for about 42. Make sure you hit that gym. Make sure you hit a good diet. Again, start eating at home. Start eating at home. And prep your food. Check out that vertical diet for those that eat meat. And as far as my vegetarians and vegans, I mean, I don't know what to tell you guys. And I used to say that they got a good argument because, you know, the moral argument of not hurting animals or whatnot. But if you really look deep into it, most of these vegan products, they got animal fertilizers as well. So, you know, that's what it is. All right, guys. Shout out to all the metamaniacs. I'll catch you guys on the rebound. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest. Thank you for Kaboom.